Okay, welcome. Today we're going to do another real long distance range test, but a range test over some more interference heavy location. So in my village here, one of the viewers wanted to know how the RC2 and the Mini 4 Pro performs with that regards. So we'll try to do a short flight. It's a bit windy, so it's not going to be a maximum range test, but we can see how the signal does in a more congested area. So I'm just waiting a moment for all the satellites, and I'll have a quick check of the safety settings. So we'll do bypass, preset way back. There's not a lot of high towers or anything like that in the area, so I think I'm going to set my return to home altitude to 65. That should be sufficient, and we will have less problems with the wind at altitude. The home point has already been updated, so there you can see it. And I'm standing on a large field now. It's a nice location to fly away from. I keep making this error and closing out of the map menu. There we go. Okay, 26 satellites, 90%, so let's take off for also the possibility of precision landing. Yep, that's nice. Get some altitude. So we will be flying in this direction, and I think I'll take it up to about, let's say, 50 meters. So let's go. I'll cross over this park in the distance, and let's see how the signal does. I don't want to take it up too high, so we can really test out if there is interference, and then I always have some wiggle room to increase the altitude if needed. So if you can see in the level, there is some wind going on, but it shouldn't be too problematic. Just turn around here a bit. So I'm flying near to houses, but I'm trying to not fly really directly over them. So just to take some of the roads that are available to us. I think we have some headwind because we're not going that fast forward, 18 kilometers an hour. So if we had a tailwind, it should have been more like 30 or 40 kilometers. So I'm doing maximum stick forward. But up till now, we're doing okay. Going in a westward direction. So it is in the morning. We have a lot of people working remotely. So the Wi-Fi signal should be up and running. Not that anyone really powers down the router. But anyway. I will take a conservative approach for the return to home, due to the fact that we're flying over an urban area, and yeah, we don't want to take any chances on that part. So the signal has dropped 1 bar. We're at 1 kilometer, so that's still quite nice. Okay, 2 bars. still have control, but we lost some signal at about 1 kilometer, so we'll increase the altitude to 85. Still some weak signal. Let's increase it to 100. Push to 100. The nice thing is with this drone compared to my Mini 2 is that you get a low signal warning, but you still have some control left. Yeah, it's really getting some wind blown into it. Not an ideal. Yeah, we have weak signal. Let's push it up all the way. Wait, no, I'm not doing this. It's going way too much to the side. So I'm turning around. Have to go over there. Wait, over there. So this is the nice thing about the home point. Yeah, now we have a tailwind, 40 kilometers. We had this last time as well. Going back, we had a weak signal indication. I'm wondering if any other YouTubers or Mini 4 Pro flyers have found this. Because I'm still at altitude, and when we went on the way forward, we didn't have this low signal. So let's see if it really matters. Oh, now I dropped some and then it got some signal back. That's also a strange phenomenon. So, to my liking, this is more than enough, because I don't want to fly this far over an urban area anyway. But it's just a notification how the signal works. I can fly over this area. So if you stay within 1 kilometer, you're just fine. If you go beyond 1 kilometer, you might have some issues. Strong wind warning. I'm just returning to home. I'm not gonna risk it. There we go. Let's drop it down. There we go. I can. Let's cruise along here just to see how it does. At a lower altitude, we don't notice the wind that much. Also a little signal strength test. So this is still going fine at 40 meters. Yeah. Here the signal drops a bit. But we're at 40 meters and we're flying quite low level in this urban area. There we go. See, here you see the signal dropped, but we can still control the drone. So it's quite a nice, I think it's an improvement on how this drone functions, because now you have at least an early warning. And at least with the Mini 2, I don't know if it improved with the Mini 3, you got you got a warning, but quite soon after that, then the signal just was totally lost and you were kicked into the failsafe. And now you still have control over your drone. So I like that. It's an improvement. And again, returning, the signal is still stuck on red. Now when I increased the altitude, it went to orange again. So it seems a bit laggy in a way on how the signal comes back. But anyhow, I prefer this over the way that the Mini 2 handled it. Let's drop it down here. It's also very quiet. I barely hear it. And it's at 18 meters. Yeah, of course I have my headphones in. Let's take them out. With the wind, you really barely hear it. I'll demonstrate it for you. Small test. So let's go down to 10 meters. Now I hear it. I don't know if the mic will pick it up. So this is at 10 meters, almost directly above me. Just show you there. And I'll drop it down to, well, let's say 5 meters. So this is the sound at 5 meters. Let's drop it down more. This is the sound at about 2 meters. The distance is off, the height, because it's not at 1 or 0 meters. That's strange. It's at eye level for me, so about 180, 2 meters or 190. There is some wind. I'll try to get the mic closer so you can really hear it. So I'm also liking the sound that it's generating. Here, this is funny. -5, so we're below the ground now, so that's really impossible. It's a bit strange. Maybe it's due to the barometer with the wind speeds, but it's a bit strange this. I'm not gonna do a precision landing with these winds because last time it also failed. So I'm just gonna put it above my helipad here, there, and drop it down. Nicely in the center. So, yeah, unfortunately not like a real true distance test. I didn't do this test before with my Mini 2. I did fly in this area, but just not this far. As I said, I really don't have an interest, especially in an urban area, to fly that far over people and houses. If anything goes wrong, you can damage property that's not yours, or even worse, people. So for me, if I can get a kilometer, that's more than enough in an urban area. You want to have, especially in an urban area, visual line of sight to control your drone properly. And this did make it. I do think that if we had less wind, I had less tilt on the level, then it could have gone a bit further, increasing the altitude to like 120. The signal has improved, but it's no magic bullet, and it probably doesn't compare to FCC anyway. But as I said, I don't really need it in these areas. For me, it's more fun to fly landscapes and interesting objects like castles or old cities. And for that, I usually go close to the city park somewhere near a field that I'm not interrupted by people when I'm flying, and just fly over to the area of interest, and that's usually all within a kilometer or so. So I have a feeling that, especially on traveling, this will be fine. Here in the Netherlands we're very densely populated and you have high congestion areas with interference, like all the Wi-Fi signals. And it does seem a bit stronger, the signal. The signal also doesn't drop out as fast when you get to the limit, but it probably won't compare to FCC, which I know some people want to do this FCC mod in CE territory. Yeah, that's up to you. You're faulting your warranty, and also you're flying illegally and also way beyond the line of sight. So that's just up to you. For now, I'm gonna sign off. Happy flying until the next one.